Hello everyone! Spring is here, so we're making something really fun to kick it off with these carrot cake Pop-Tarts. All the flavors and elements of a carrot cake thrown into the nostalgia of a Pop-Tart. These are so fun, let's do it. So we're going to start off by making our dough. So it's basically just a pie crust dough, so you're going to take all-purpose flour, a little organic sugar, and salt and throw it into a food processor. I like to do this in the food processor because we have a lot of things to do with the food processor in this recipe, so it makes it a lot easier. Pulse that a few times to mix all the dry ingredients. Add in nice ice cold vegan butter. I just sliced it, threw it in the freezer for 30 minutes before recording. And the same thing with my water, measured it out, threw it in the freezer, just because everything should be really cold because it helps make a really flaky crust. So I'm going to start by pulsing the butter a few times to help chop it up, and then we will slowly stream in the water until we add it all in, and then you're just going to keep letting the food processor do its job and keep pulsing until we get nice big clumps of the dough forming. Now, of course, you can do this by hand, but it's a lot easier in the food processor, so that's why I opted for doing that. But if you need to do it by hand, you totally can. Full directions for that are on the blog post. Once it looks like this, you're going to pour it out onto a clean work surface, and you're just going to use your hands, and we're going to work this into a nice dough and ball. This shouldn't take very long, maybe like a minute or two. It's pretty much done at this point, but we just need our hands to kind of squish it together. And you want to work like a little bit quickly because we don't want that butter to get too cold in there, but we're also going to pop this in the freezer. Now, you can also make your dough like ahead of time, like the day before if you want, if you're going to serve this maybe for like Easter or Mother's Day or something like that, or just a fun brunch with friends. So I'm going to pop this into a little plate, cover it, and throw that in the fridge for at least 30 minutes before using it. Now let's make our filling. So I have some carrots that I already peeled and I cut up. We have organic brown sugar. Then we're going to add in some walnuts. This is going to add a nice creamy element. Some maple syrup, which also, I just love maple syrup and everything. And then we're going to add in our spices. So we have cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. I personally don't like things to be too heavily spiced, but if you want more of like a spiced flavor, feel free to double or triple the quantities. And then we're going to add in vanilla extract and almond extract. And then we're just going to pulse this. It's going to take a few times of like pulsing and then scraping the sides down and then pulsing and then scraping the sides down, because we want to form this into a paste and almost think like walnut butter, almond butter consistency, right? Because we want this to be able to like hold onto itself so you could see what it's looking like, and that's really what we're going for. You can also do this in a blender, but those walnuts and the carrots break down and it just helps to kind of bind everything together. Throw this in the fridge until we're ready to work with it. Last thing we're going to do is totally optional, but I wanted to make like a fun sprinkle topping. So I just blitzed up some walnuts and brown sugar, and it's just gonna look so pretty on top and so fun and fancy. But if you're tired of like doing a lot of the prep work already, you can just skip it. It'll be fine without it. So I divided my dough into 4 balls, and I'm going to work with one dough ball at a time. The other ones go back in the fridge so they stay nice and cold. Flour your surface well, and then use a rolling pin to roll it into a large rectangle. And you want it to be pretty thin, about a 1/4 inch thick or less. I'm using my knife to mark out 4 spots because we're going to get 4 Pop-Tarts from each dough ball. Now, it depends on how perfectionist you want to be, if you want the edges to be so perfect or if you don't. So the 2 middle ones will like always come out really good, but the end ones can be a little funky. So I trim like the one end one, the side here, and then I use that and I take it and I put it with the other end one, and we'll like re-roll it out later. I'll show you what we do. So I'm going to add like a scoop of the filling, not too much, about like 1.5 tablespoons, and we're going to spread it onto the Pop-Tart and like bring it up to the middle. Take the top part of this Pop-Tart dough, fold it back to you, and then you're going to use your fork to seal it up, and that's pretty much it. And now you will have the cutest little Pop-Tart, and there you go. 1 down, 15 more to go. So I'm just going to place that onto a lined baking sheet while we do the rest of them. And if your fork sticks like it did in this case, don't worry, just stick it in some flour. Keep a little bit of flour in a bowl nearby, and it'll just help seal it back up. So I made my 8 from 2 dough balls. I brushed a little bit of non-dairy milk on there, and those are going in the oven at 375 for 12 minutes. And then I'm just going to repeat the process with the other 2 dough balls, making everything, sealing it up. So let me show you now what it looks like when you kind of take that end. So I have it like, I roll it back into a ball, and then I just kind of do my best to roll it out into a nice long rectangle. The edges won't be perfect, and then I just add in my filling and I roll it over, fold it over like how we've been doing, and I just kind of seal up the sides, and then you can like use your knife to shape it. But honestly, I don't mind that some of them don't come out perfect, because I'd rather not have like scrap dough laying around that just gets thrown out for whatever reason. It's okay. Like, they don't have to be totally perfect. You have your perfect ones, and then you can have the non-perfect ones. So when they're all done, they'll look like this. They'll be super golden and crispy, and oh, they're just beautiful. Let them cool for at least 30 minutes before even thinking about glazing them. So to make this glaze, we added some organic powdered sugar, vegan cream cheese, a little vanilla extract if you like, and some non-dairy milk. I always add in the non-dairy milk slowly just so I don't over add too much, and just mix this up. And I did microwave the vegan cream cheese a little bit just so it was like softened, and whisk it up until it looks like this. Add your glaze on top of your Pop-Tarts. Just, kind of add it on and let it fall down. I like to do this on a wire rack and then have parchment underneath, so that way the glaze just drips down onto there. Add our little topper, and then if you have any leftover glaze, you could just kind of drizzle some more on top, and that's it. Now your carrot cake Pop-Tarts are all done. The flow run out recipe is on my blog, as well as instructions for like how to store them and things like that, so check it out. There's always a printable version. If you make these, let me know what you think. They were so fun, so delicious. I love these for spring. I truly think they're going to be perfect for any brunches that you have going on, and I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with another recipe. Bye.